Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, if it wasn't already over, it's over right now. Rest in peace to the career of one Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs. This gigantic, humongous piece of shit already was in lots of hot water, already had his homes raided, already is in tons of trouble, but this doesn't make it any better. CNN revealed a pretty shocking, pretty disturbing videotape from 2016 where Puff Daddy violently attacked someone named Cassie. I guess she's a big star, maybe singer. I don't know much about Cassie, but he was dating her back in 2016. And in this video released by CNN, which I will try to leave a link to at the end of this commentary so you can check it out, it's pretty disturbing. And in this video, to describe it, you have Puff Daddy, and he's basically running down a hallway at the hotel in a bath towel. All he's wearing is a bath towel. If it wasn't for the bath towel, this guy's half buck naked. So already, you're thinking this guy's crazy as fuck, because he's not even got any clothes on, and he's running down the hallway. No one else is around. And what he does is he gives kind of a combination back chop to the back of the neck of Cassie, and then he grabs her collar after the back chop, throws her on the ground, right? So at this point you think, maybe he gave her a concussion or something like that. She's on the ground, she's not moving. But that wasn't enough for Puff Daddy. After that, he walks over her twice and kicks her in the back area twice. Grabs her backpack and her purse, starts going back to his room, but then pauses to grab her she's wearing a hoodie, grab her by the back of the hoodie and start dragging her down the hallway around the corner. It's exactly as I described. But it gets even worse after that, believe it or not. So he goes back to the room. She regains consciousness. She's trying to get on, looks like to be an elevator. He comes back. He doesn't put any clothes on. He's still half buck naked. He's sitting down angrily, and he picks up stuff and he starts throwing it at her. Like I think it was I don't know what it was. It was some stuff that broke. So he's throwing this stuff at her. Could have been glass, I'm not sure. She leaves the hotel. She comes back because I guess, she's thinking it's going to be a whole lot worse for me if I don't come back. He's just going to be more pissed off. And she actually said before, because they went to court, she said before that he had actually given her a black eye before going into the hallway. So he just messed her up, right? The hotel staff would not let her go back to him because they saw the video, which is good on them. That's good on them. Sadly, though, she stayed with him, I think, until maybe 2018, but they still dated after that. So, damn. You would think that she would probably want to leave him after that, but hell, he has mafia ties. Puff Daddy's dad was in the mafia, right? So who's to say he didn't basically tell her and give her all kind of threats if she ever left him, So there was a tape, of course, because this was, like I said, just given recently to CNN. That tape, Puff Daddy, he got the tape, right? I guess they made a copy. Because Puff Daddy paid $50,000, it says here, for that tape. Now, the thing about tapes is, you can make copies of tapes. So if Puffy's in possession of that tape, this must then be a copy of that tape. Because everything I've read about this, that's the one thing I can't get 100% details on. Because, if he gets the tape and he has it, it's before they're able to make a copy. But I don't know how those surveillance systems work if there's more than one tape. But anyways, the hotel is under new management. The hotel, by the way, they didn't reveal that. So they took the $50,000 deal. Bunch of fucking scumbags, right? So you have them taking the basic hush money from Puff Daddy of $50,000. I mean, it's not even in the millions. $50,000. What a cheap fucking hotel. It's got to be a ritzy hotel, but they're taking $50,000? So I guess I should just be happy that they kept her from coming back to the hotel. Now, Puff Daddy previously had stated that he did nothing that Cassie had talked about. He had never, ever did anything to her, and now this is revealed. He's singing a different tune. It's kind of funny how a videotape coming out of something that basically proves you did what was alleged changes things a little bit. Now he's no longer saying he didn't do those things because obviously that's him. That's buck naked Puff Daddy. But he had an apology where he talked about, he's getting the therapy and that was a dark time in his life. And when he saw that, he's disgusted. Yeah, I bet she was fucking disgusted too, you piece of shit. I bet that was a dark time in her life too. Why is it? Please explain to me. Why is it abusers like Puff Daddy? Why is it people like that? They try to play the victim. Because him even saying, that was a dark time in my life. That was a dark time in his life. There's no way to have an apology for that and then say, well, that was a dark time in my life, because then you're not taking personal responsibility for the shit that you did. You're just saying it was a dark time in my life and I'm getting therapy. Fuck that and fuck your therapy, okay? See, normal people, normal human beings, unlike Puff Daddy, don't do that kind of shit. I understand, sometimes you have fights, you get mad, but normal human beings do not run down a hallway, basically naked, kicking, karate chopping, and dragging people on the hotel floor. Normal people don't do that. So a situation when you look at this, you can only imagine everything else, all these other allegations about Puffy. Some people talk about him grooming Justin Bieber. There's videos out there where you see him talking to Justin Bieber, and he's like, hey man, why don't you call me no more? And he's visibly shaking. He's like, my people, they'll connect with you. He wants nothing to do with Puff Daddy. And Puff Daddy's like draping his arm around him like, hey man, we need to hang out. Like, what the fuck is this grown ass man wanting to hang out with little Justin Bieber back then for? So yeah, Puff Daddy, I hope this motherfucker spends the rest of his life in prison, because this is just a small amount. We see it in video right there of who he is, and specifically how he feels like he can treat people. Not just women, but how he feels like he can treat people. We have a bigger problem where rich-ass celebrities think that they can do just about anything, and they can just throw money around and, it takes care of things. In this instance, the hotel gladly took his $50,000, but I guess they gave him one tape and it had copies of it. The thing the hotel could have done is give him one copy of it. And if he didn't say specifically, don't make any more copies, they could have made another copy back then and actually sold it to CNN or whatnot, or sold it to Fox or whoever, right? One last thing is the hotel actually has new management. So maybe the new managers of the hotel were looking through some stuff, and then they just saw a tape marked, Puff Daddy violently attacks woman. Because I'm sure it would be labeled that exactly. Puff Daddy violently attacks woman. And they said, no one saw this? No one has played this tape? And then they sell it to CNN, and then, they get cash for that. I wish I could see details of how CNN obtained it. That's a story in itself, is actually how they obtained it and what they paid for it.